afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Back from the Grid podcast. My name is Cody, and welcome. This is like our 10th intro because we keep effing it up. Matthew, how's it going? What are you doing?
I'm doing fabulously.
That's not... No.
I told you we were going to do it every episode.
Matthew, we've got some exciting news now,
We
don't we?
do.
I put in a lot of effort here, doing all this work to make this happen.
Oh, yeah?
No,
Oh, yeah?
Actually, I've been, working all my jobs, and Matthew was doing some cool stuff in the background. Matthew, what did you do for the podcast?
Everybody, I got some exciting news. Cody, drum roll. That's not... No. This is a big announcement. Give me a good drum. There we go. Yeah.
I just broke my laptop.
Okay, good job.
It's worth it.
So we have a website.
What?
Woo! And we have partnered up with a website.
I don't know about partner. We're currently using
We're currently using a website to provide our podcasts to the wide range of podcast sites.
Dun, dun, dun.
What does that mean to you, the viewer? Well,
Listener.
guess what?
This
We
is
are
this
now
audio podcast, man.
on Spotify.
What?
Woo! We're now on Google Play Music.
What?
We are now on iTunes. And now we're on SoundCloud.
Guys, are you hearing this?
Are you hearing this? Is your mind exploding?
You don't have to listen to us on YouTube anymore.
Woohoo! Yeah. So no longer have to deal with that awful video portion of the video
What?
that Matthew spends a lot of time on.
Matthew, you do a good job on that video. It's a good video.
Aw, thank you. #humble. Anyway, guys, just look us up on those preferred platforms. You should see us popping up.
Yep.
We're working on getting all the episodes we've done beforehand.
We are working on that right now.
Shut up, Cody. Don't give me crap right now after everything I've done.
You've done a great job. Okay, I just want to say, I do give Matthew a lot of crap, but he's done a great job. He's put in all this work to make this happen. He's made do graphics and stuff, and he's doing an awesome job. But I keep poking fun because he uploaded episode 4, and that's all we have on the sites right now.
I thought that would make sense.
You got to start with the first episode, man. But it's okay.
Oh.
We'll get it running, and it'll all be great because Matthew's doing a killer job at this, and I am super busy usually. But, Matthew, let's actually do what the viewers have come here to listen. Matthew's phone just went off, everybody, because he didn't put his phone on silent, and neither did I, so I'm going to keep talking. Is someone calling you?
No, it was not.
What did you do?
Okay, so listeners, I lost my phone mid-recording, and we found it, and I called, I got one of those Google Home Mini things, and I tried telling it, being like, oh, hey, Google, find my phone, and then it didn't find it because the thing was on. So mid-podcast, it decides to go ahead and do that.
That's Google for you, everybody.
Time. Thanks, Google. You just screwed us over.
Anyway,
Woo.
So yes,
Moving along.
This is a very meta and stuff podcast. You guys are getting a lot of behind the scenes. But Matthew, let's do what we're actually here to do, and let's talk about geek stuff and video games and movies and versus segments that someone keeps winning.
Oh, wow. Really? You're going to talk about that?
So, Matthew, what have you been doing for the past week? What have you been playing? All that good stuff.
So I was going to play No Man's Sky because the Beyond update has been released. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the news section, though.
Yes.
But I still haven't finished everything as far as the downloads and stuff would go.
Right. Because your internet's not too great.
Shut up.
It's good enough.
It's good enough. It's better
just...
than it used to be.
Yeah.
But in the meanwhile, I played some Black Ops 3 Zombies, custom zombies again.
Classic.
On PC with my new monitor.
What? Matthew's got 2 monitors now, like a human being.
Yeah, I got
He's no longer a Neanderthal with a single monitor.
I know, it's great. It's the best thing. It's been helping a lot with producing the content for the show.
Yes.
So it's definitely been helping. And one's 144 hertz. And I don't know about Cody here, but if you play on 144 hertz, the games are amazing.
Pretty cool.
You will never play the same. It takes It's like I'm getting reintroduced to the games again with a different frame rate. And it's like, you think it would make that much of a difference,
Oh, it does.
but you're wrong. It feels so different, and it's so hard to get used to with the frame rate difference that it's kind of shocking.
Mm-hmm.
So, other than that, though, I've been playing a couple PC games and Metal Gear Solid 5. I just beat Quiet before he showed up, like within like 10 minutes.
Oh, man.
So he doesn't know what Quiet is, though.
I have no idea.
It's a sniper that she can turn invisible, and she can like jump super high up, and she hits everything she shoots.
Okay.
But the thing is, she wears hardly any clothes because she breathes through her skin.
I
Like a
remember
flower.
this as controversy.
Yeah, it
when
was
that game first
controversy.
came out. Okay, cool.
Which is funny because I remember talking about it. He's like, you guys keep making comments about her character and being like that she's scantily dressed. But when you find out why she's actually dressed up like that, you will begin to realize that you guys are idiots. I really just feel like he just gave a scenario to, make people...
Matthew, you're in
I don't
dangerous
know.
waters right now.
Highway to
The danger zone. All right.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and shift this right on back to Cody. Cody, what have you been playing, my wonderful friend?
This is a podcast, everybody.
This is great.
We
Everyone will
are
enjoy
all
this one.
over the place today because it is crazy. We got college coming back up, lots of work and school stuff, and just a whole bunch of things going on. So as for video games, I haven't really had a chance to play very much, but we have been playing some Killing Floor 2. That was fun.
That was fun.
I've been playing a little bit of that. Of course, Europa Universalis 4. I'm still playing that. And all that good stuff. You look like you have something you want to say, Matthew. So
We
go
still
ahead.
have not been introduced to Kevin.
What?
Kevin. In Killing Floor
Kevin?
2, Kevin's like this super awesome first boss from Killing Floor 1.
Oh yeah, I fought him when I was playing by myself, and that is like the hardest boss. to fight.
I don't know if the viewers are looking right now. They're probably not.
Probably
But I'm just giving you this scolding eyes of really.
What would the viewers be looking at,
I wanted to
Matthew?
see your reaction when you fight that boss. I was really expecting that.
It's a
I'm really
neat boss,
disappointed now.
Matthew. It's a neat boss.
Okay, then.
That's about it.
I'm
Okay,
very sad now.
But Matthew, you know what's coming up now. The most important part of this podcast that everyone is here for. No one
yeah.
else is listening to this podcast for any other reason but this reason.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Do you need me to give you a drum roll?
No.
Oh.
No. I got this. You ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna get in real close here. Mountain Blade Bannerlord is still not out.
Shocker.
Yeah. Mountain Blade Bannerlord's not out yet. I know, it's wonderful, and we're still waiting because it's been like 10 years. Not 10 years. They announced it back in 2012, but come on, guys, it's 2019. There's not even a release date yet. My goodness.
They're going to wait till like you're about to die or something, and you'll be like, well, I guess
on
I'm
my
done.
deathbed.
And then
in-
as soon as you die, they'll announce it, and then you'll come back to life and be like, I got a reason to live. Hold on.
It's
I'll be back.
I'm laying on the hospital bed, that little beeping is beep, beep, boo. And then I hear, Mountain Blade Bannerlord's out. And I just fly out of the bed.
You're like Naruto running. You're like...
That's canon now, everyone. That is canon in our, what would this be? Back from the Grid,
Existence.
CU, Cinematic Universe, whatever.
Well, I mean, it's not really a cinematic
It
universe.
is now.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jeebus.
We're a bit loopy today because we just ate like lots of chicken and mashed potatoes because Matthew's grandmother is like the best person ever.
Oh,
and she
hashtag
cooks
humble.
every time I come over, and it's amazing. So we are chicken crazy right now. Yes, what he just did.
Okay, let's actually stay on the plan.
Let's move along to our next thing that we do every time we're here. By the way, this thing that we've done in every single podcast was meant to be a segment that we switch out, but we like it, and it's really good, and I'm pretty happy with it. And it's our nostalgia. We're gonna be nostalgiaing some stuff up. So Matthew, what out of every single book to film adaptation that you've seen, because there's a lot of them, what's the one that really shook you to your core, that made you despise book to film adaptations? The one that took the book that you love to read and experience, and threw it out the window.
God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Do you need me to talk about mine first so that you can think about it?
No, I'm thinking for a second. Oh, God. There's so many. Like, okay. There's a lot of good ones, and I'll say that. Like, Harry Potter, I feel like is kind of... I feel like some people are kind of like, oh, this kind of sucks because it doesn't follow the source material all the way. It feels like... But then you have to realize the fact that if it's like a movie, then you would have to, that'd be a very long movie. I remember hearing that Stephen King, if he had the ability to like direct the It movie, it'd probably be like over 18 hours.
Sounds about right.
Which is about right considering it's a 1,000-page novel. You know what book to film adaptation I hate?
What?
Hunger Games. I know you're not one of those like teen to novel kind of persons, but personally...
Hold on a second. I have read The Hunger Games. I read all the way until like the last half of Mockingbird, and then I
read all three.
Got lost out of it. But I read the first two, and I loved it, and I've sort of seen the movies, but I agree the movies, I don't think, really lived up to the expectations.
The first one was all right. I didn't like how they changed some of the source material, but I got over it relatively quickly. The second one I thought was really good. I thought it was really nice. I thought there was a lot of action set pieces that made it, even if you weren't into the whole Hunger Games kind of thing. It had a lot of good action scenes, and it made it very fun. And it did follow the book a little bit closer than the first one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The third and fourth movie, is where they threw everything into the dumpster. It felt like like the first one, they slowed everything down to a crawl. And then the second part, they rushed through the book. Like, and I guess this is kind of a spoiler. When I remember watching in theaters, I went and watched it at a movie theater when it came out. And I walked out of Mockingjay Part 1 being like, this was kind of disappointing. And I don't do that with movies. Typically,
yeah. If you don't think you're gonna like a movie, you don't go see it.
Yeah. So when I went in there, like, oh yeah, the second movie had me really excited, and walked out of there, I was like, wow, that was actually kind of disappointing.
Oh, disappointing.
No, I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. And Mockingjay Part 2 didn't really help either.
Yeah, I didn't. I've seen like clips and stuff here or there of each of those movies, and I like Jennifer Lawrence as an actor. I think she's okay, but just I didn't think it really grasped the theme too well, or I guess the feel of it, because the part that really showed me that they didn't really care that much was the choosing part, where she's like, I volunteer, but it just seemed so ingenuous.
That's Jennifer Lawrence to you in a nutshell.
I like her as a person and as an actor, and then they didn't have like near as much outside. I don't know. They had some improvements to make for sure.
Yeah.
Still a good book series though, if you want to go read that.
Totally recommend hearing it.
9 out of 10 every
audio
time.
On Audible or something.
It's pretty good, but hey, Audible, you should sponsor us.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I feel like that would be a really good way to read those books if you guys don't have time. This is not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored, but it could be.
It could be. Audible, hook us up.
Yeah. Anyway, so that there is a lot to choose from. Like, I thought of one right away, but then now the more I think of it, there's like a whole bunch of movie to film, book to movie adaptations. Some are decent. Like, I agree, Harry Potter, it could have been done better, but the way they did it, I think, that's the best they're gonna get. There was like 7-8 movies, and they weren't that bad, but 8 movies.
Yeah, I'm pretty
not
sure.
Not counting the newest ones, The Crimes Against Grindelwald and that stuff.
Yeah, that's a different
Fantastic
thing.
Beasts. Yeah, it's the same universe though,
but different franchise technically.
Oh geez, I just kicked the table. Sorry
Good
if you
job,
guys heard
everybody.
that. You viewers out there that just heard me kick the table. But anyway, Matthew, do you have any other book to film?
No, that's the one that
things?
I find the most disappointing. In my opinion. This is my opinion, people. Don't freak out.
Don't freak out.
I'm going to see in the comments somebody's like, Mockingjay Part 2 is an amazing movie. Screw you. You're terrible. Enter.
Matthew, I didn't know you could do these voices. It's like the first time I've ever heard him try to do voices. You're doing a good job, man. All right, so I'm gonna talk about mine now because you didn't ask me.
But, yeah, what is it? Tell me.
I'm gonna
Tell me.
I'm gonna
Tell
talk
me.
about it now. And so this is an infamous one. I'm sure there are lots of people that are gonna know about this one. But my story with this is a little interesting. So, oh wow, my voice! Holy crap, puberty, come back. So there's this film. I'm not gonna name it just yet because then you'll just know the whole thing. That I watched when I was a kid.
It's Batman.
Now, when I watched this film, I actually quite enjoyed it. It was spotty in parts, and there were parts that I didn't quite get. But as a kid watching this film, it was okay. I thought it was all right. It was one of the films we had laying around the house, so I watched it, and it was okay. But as I grew older, I began reading books and, experiencing culture and all that good stuff. And I read this book series about some dragons and, a quest and all this good stuff. It was like a 3 or 4 part book series called Aragon.
Oh,
the Aragon
I'm
book
so
series.
Sorry.
I know. But so I had watched this movie, and then I was reading through this book series, and I think like on the second book, I went, wait a minute. Was this the movie? And then I went back and rewatched the movie, and oh my God, that movie is so bad. And they set it up at the very end like they're going to have a sequel.
Yeah, guys, we're going to make a sequel. It's going to happen, everybody. Oh, by the way, guys, it's not going to actually happen.
Yeah, for real, though, that movie, besides it being named Aragon and having a dragon in it, there is nothing similar with the actual books at all. The books were amazing, and I love the books, and then the movie got crapped out of Hollywood, and it exists now.
I got one thing to say to kind of bounce back off of this. I did think of another movie series that I was kind of disappointed in.
What's that?
Narnia. The first one, let me reiterate, the first one was good. I liked it. But the next, like, one or two kind of, how do I put this politely?
It disappointed you.
Sucked.
Yeah.
Major poo-poo.
I never read the Narnia books, but I did like the first movie.
First one was good. It was
then
a classic.
after that, I just didn't have any interest in it, really.
Yeah, and they never finished the series.
Well, it was just never something that I personally watched. Like, I was, at that time when that was coming out, I was more of, like, video games and then sci-fi and stuff, and Narnia just never struck me as a movie that I wanted to watch.
The first one was pretty good, though. We'll say that
pretty
much.
Good. It was pretty good. But that's our nostalgia. Those are our favorite or least favorite book to film adaptations, because there is a lot of those.
If you guys have any suggestions of your least favorite film adaptations, go ahead, leave them down in the comments. We'll take a look at them.
Yeah.
We want to see some of your interesting responses.
Check us out on Facebook and Twitter and all that good stuff. And Spotify and SoundCloud and the other ones that you said. Because we've got actual professionalism going on here, guys. But we're going to move on to our next thing. Because I always use but as a way to transition. But did you know?
Did you know Geico can save you 15% or more on your car insurance?
Actually, I did know that, Matthew.
Whenever I go on vacation, literally the entire 8-hour drive, it was just me constantly making Geico jokes.
Note to self, don't take a vacation with Matthew. All right.
Oh, man.
So, Matthew, I believe you were teasing in the beginning of the show that you've got some news to talk about relating to the worst game of all time.
Wow, you don't know. No. No, it's not the worst game of all time. That's offensive.
Matthew, that's just my opinion. Are you freaking out over my opinion, Matthew?
Is that what you're doing? Your opinion is wrong. Everybody else should know that.
Okay, but what's this story you've got?
Alrighty, people. So the news story we're going to be talking about on my side of everything is going to be No Man's Sky. So as everybody knows, No Man's Sky has been having a little bit of a resurgence, and it's been having a lot of cool stuff added into the game. Where, like with the new next update, where it introduced multiplayer, And then the updates following it, introducing more wildlife and aquatic life for the first time in No Man's Sky. And this new update that they released is called Beyond, and it is their biggest update yet. So we're going to go ahead and talk about what has been added into the game that I've listed. So they've introduced a overhauled multiplayer side of the game. And I believe telling you this a couple of days ago as well, and we've heard about it probably a couple months ago.
I do believe you've told me about this. We were talking about it when we played.
So, are you ready, people? Guess what? You can now play with up to 32 players.
What? That's insane.
And they've introduced a new social hub called the Nexus.
Oh, dear.
In the game's fiction, the Nexus is a kind of moon that exists outside of space and time. And the player can summon it to wherever they are in the universe.
Hold on. You can summon a moon.
Yes, it's like the Death Star.
Poor Alderaan.
Rest in peace. Rest in my pieces. God. Cody, if we ever live stream or do anything, we need to name a planet. We need to find a planet, summon the Nexus, and call it Alderaan.
Done. That's a challenge. It's happening. Follow us on Twitch.
Oh my God. Now that you just gave me that idea, we need to do that.
Yep, I'm super smart. But you had a story.
Anyway, so you can summon the Nexus anywhere in the universe. From outside, it kind of looks like a Death Star, which doesn't help with the cause. Rip Alderaan.
Rest in pieces.
Inside, it looks like a weird neon sci-fi nightclub kind of place where all the players can interact and do all kinds of cool things. Players can organize missions with parties with up to 32 players. This is a big upgrade from the next update that they had that had only 4-player lobbies. The Nexus also features walking and talking non-player characters with specific quests for groups and for individuals. And now here's a super exciting news for NPCs. Guess what?
Yeah, all you NPCs out there, listen up.
You guys can sit now.
Wow.
They can sit.
Mind blown. That's some crazy innovation right there, Matthew.
Oh no, if you think that's it, we're not done. We're just getting started. Planets, you can now ride certain creatures around the planet, create big farms full of crops, harvest animals milk.
So they're making space Minecraft.
Yeah, and then use their resources to cook and create recipes. You also have more control over terrain manipulation and base construction than ever before. And you can finally encounter NPCs out in the wild, not in just bases.
Wow. So all those things that they said they were going to do, they finally did it.
Yeah. And probably the biggest function of the No Man's Sky Beyond update, VR support.
Oh, so I don't know if the viewers know that you have a VR headset, Matthew.
I do. I have a Vive.
He has a Vive.
And it's amazing. And I'm super excited. Literally, as soon as I'm done engineering all this, I'm just going to go rushing into my room and I'm just going to play No Man's Sky throughout the rest of the night.
But here's the question. Can you play VR No Man's Sky with someone who's not playing VR?
Yes.
Well,
it's exciting.
There you go.
I'm super excited, but I am quite worried because although it's been a really good update so far, for VR players on PC, I've heard a couple of issues. I've heard that the game for VR players has been plagued with a lot of bugs. Which I guess is to be expected. They'll fix it. They've done a lot of stuff and patches for this stuff already. In fact, when before Cody actually showed up, they released a 50 MB update.
Oh, already?
Already. So
when did the full update come out?
Last night at around 12 for our time.
Okay, that's not bad. An update right after release day.
It was 5 gigs. The first one.
Oh, okay.
The
I thought you meant
update.
the tiny update was 5 gigs. Okay, there's some malware in there somewhere.
Sweet. Awesome malware. So, Cody, what is your news story for us today?
Well, Matthew, I don't have a overarching huge story like you do because my stories are always really short, but just something that interested me and I wanted to talk about it. So, oh geez, I don't know how to say that name. Bijan? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. It's Bigan, Steven. of The Verge, and the tagline, the headline is Discord will soon offer game streaming, but it's very different than Twitch. So, originally, because I was extremely tired when I read this story the first time, I thought there was a new competitor to the live stream industry, and I thought that was a really cool story. But that's not quite what it is. But it's still pretty interesting, so I'm going to talk about it. So, you all know Discord. Discord is what you use to chat with your friends when you are playing video games. Usually that's what you use because TeamSpeak is expensive and you have to pay money for it, but Discord is free. So why wouldn't you use Discord? But Discord has a feature that they're going to launch. It's called Go Live for the desktop application, and it's launching today.
Oh.
I planned that out. It will allow anybody with a PC to stream video of their game in any voice channel to up to 10 people at a time. So let's say you're playing World of Warcraft, and I've never played it, but I'm going to try to make a reference to it here, and you're raiding, and your buddies, died, but then you survived, and you wanted to show them this awesome thing, or, let them know about this so that they can restock with their items and come back prepared. You can stream to 10 of your buddies so they can see what you're looking at, and I think that's kind of neat. Or you can use it however you want. They currently the limit is up to 10 people because of the way their servers work and whatnot. But that is the story, and it's not taking aim at Twitch or Mixer or anything like that because there's not a lot of support. There's no webcam support for it, and the bandwidth restrictions. You can only have 10 viewers. However, it is kind of interesting that you're now going to be able to stream video of your games to all the people you're talking with on Discord.
Oh, so yeah, that'll be exciting to see in the future.
Yeah, so there's cool tech stuff coming out. Matthew, you haven't talked about any tech stuff lately. Tech is your big thing, though.
I just
talked about the Vive. I mean, computers and stuff.
Well, you know what?
I guess you talked about your monitor, but
yeah, I talked about the monitor. Which, by the way, can I talk about it for a second? Can I talk about it for a second?
Sure.
Alrighty, everybody.
You don't have to ask me. This is both our podcasts.
This is going to be this off script kind of review.
We're going off script, guys.
We're going off the script, guys.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Oh God, everybody help us here. So I got a new monitor. It's called the BenQ. I don't know the exact. It's a BenQ monitor. I never heard of them, and Cody's probably never heard of them either.
Nope.
It is a 144 NT panel display. It's 1920 by 1080. And for the last couple days I've been using it. It has been downright amazing.
So I want you all to know that he doesn't have any text in front of him. He remembered all those numbers and letters that he just
No, I don't have it. I have the script layout for the whole thing.
That doesn't have your monitor layout on it, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
I told you we're going off script.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's not reading off of anything when he was saying NTS 40 hertz or whatever.
Nerd.
Well, yeah. It's the Back from the Grid podcast. We are nerds.
Nerds. Anyway, yeah. So this panel has an amazing mount that it's mounted. Yeah, the mount is mounted on.
The mount is mounted
onto the monitor.
Yes, and it's adjustable too.
Is fully adjustable. If I wanted to rotate it,
he can rotate his monitor, guys.
Holy crap!
Getting way crazy right now. I know. Stay with us. He can rotate his monitor,
and it's VESA mount compatible.
I don't know what that means.
You know the universal standard for mounting things.
Yes, totally. I understand.
The 4 screw holes on the back that look like a square.
You've never heard of that? Anything.
I thought you did with your monitors.
No, I never mounted anything. They came on a mount. It's just a...
You still use that stupid basic one? You're so basic.
I am cheap, and I just want it to work so that I can do stuff, and then that's good enough for me.
Everybody type in Cody is basic in the chat, boys.
I mean, you're not wrong. Go for it. But that's pretty cool, Matthew. That's pretty cool.
So if anybody totally should look it up, and if you're thinking about getting a monitor, I totally recommend this one.
Well, there you go. We hey BenQ, you should sponsor us.
Yeah, you should. I'll totally sponsor you.
Matthew, we should make this a thing where you find something techie to talk about.
I know,
and
right?
Just geek out on it because you're really good at that.
talk about how wonderful it is.
But now, Matthew, we're going to move on to my favorite segment.
What's your favorite segment, Cody?
It's the versus segment, Matthew.
Oh, yay, the one where we get to yell at each other and then we tell each other that we're wrong and then
we
somehow
don't yell.
the viewers...
We have a friendly, comprehensive discussion about very important topics. Denied or overruled.
Gosh.
You've been denied. Okay, but Matthew, I want to talk about one of the best things. The results of last week's
I'm just going to leave right now. I'm just going to leave.
Matthew has left the building.
I'm leaving, boys.
Okay, for all of you beautiful, beautiful viewers / listeners out there, we had Naruto from the Shippuden show versus Izuku Deku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. And we discussed who would win in a fight between both of these two beloved characters. Were it to come to a fight. Of course, both of these guys would probably never fight each other, but, if they were pitted against each other with mind control or whatever, who would win? And you all voted. And you all voted correctly. With 60% of the vote out of 5 whole votes. Good job, guys. You're interacting with us. I appreciate you.
Alrighty.
Naruto from the Shippuden TV show has won the battle.
I love how you say that as soon as I get back because I was trying to avoid hearing that. Wow.
Well, that's your own fault, Matthew.
God.
You shouldn't listen to stuff if you don't want to hear it. That's how the world works. If someone's telling you something that you don't want to hear, you just don't listen to it, man.
That's what I do. That's what everybody does.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't, you know what?
Ignorance is bliss, Matthew. But I win, so I'm happy about that.
So I'm going to win one of these days. I just wanted to
one of these days.
Now. One of these days.
Well, and originally when it was uploaded, it just said Naruto and Midoriya, or Deku, which regular Naruto from the original show would lose to Deku. I agree with that. That is entirely true. He is not strong enough to beat current day Deku. But from the Shippuden universe, he's got much more training than Midoriya does. Midoriya, on power levels alone, might be able to beat him, but with his ninja training, no way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Democracy, guys. Democracy is wonderful. But this time, we're going to be... Okay, so for this one, this is a very hot button topic, and I want to say that there's nothing wrong with the option that the other one of us is arguing against. So I want to say that if you do this thing in this certain way, that you're totally fine, and we're not saying that you're any less of a person because you do things this way, but me and Matthew are going to be discussing our favorite ways to watch anime and why it is the best way, or why we feel it's the best way. Again, if you watch it in the other way, that's totally fine, but we want to get your guys' opinion on this as well, because, it's just for fun. It's for fun, guys. It's for fun. Don't grab your pitchforks and torches already.
We're ready for you if you do.
Okay. It's not Halloween yet. You don't got to be creepy.
There we go. Anyway.
All right. So, Matthew, subs versus dubs. Now, I'm going to talk about subs and why I like them so much. So, for me, when I'm watching an anime, I want to hear the Japanese voice actor voice the anime because the way that they voice characters is incredible. Japanese voice actors, I don't know how they do it, but they embody the characters so much. A lot more than most. I'm not saying there's no good dub voice actors, because, it's great, but for me personally, it bothers me to watch the first episode or see clips of an anime and hear like, okay, I'm not going to do it Japanese accent because that would be offensive because I'm not good at it.
Can you at least do one line? Come on, do it.
I can say hello in Japanese. That's
Come on,
about it.
You're the one person who can do it. You're
That's
vouching
about
for
it.
them.
Okay. Ohayou gozaimasu. Hajimemashite. Watashi wa Kori desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Oh.
There. That's all I got, and that's probably butchering it as well. But hearing that and then hearing, "Hi, I'm Steve. I fight evil. I will destroy the evil."
Hey.
That's what it feels like to me, but it might just be the few dubs that I've watched. But I don't know, but whatever it is about the Japanese voice actors, they're just so talented when it comes to embodying their characters that I think it's very interesting. And I don't have a problem reading and also watching the anime because when I watch something, I don't like to multitask. Like, I can't watch Netflix and play a video game because I have to have my attention focused on one or the other. Or I will either play the video game and not see what was shown on the Netflix, or I'll watch the Netflix and I won't mess with the video game at all. So for me, I watch the subs and I can read them easily, and then I just it's more immersive to me because it's like a book movie. Because books are super immersive, but you can't see anything, so you have to imagine it. But with subbed anime, you get to imagine it as well as see the amazing visuals. So that's my argument for subs and why they're better than dubs, because I'm going to beat the universe guy. I'm Steve, and I'm better than the other dudes. And yeah, I don't know. It just pushes me out. But Matthew, why do you prefer dubs instead?
Because I can actually understand them. End discussion. No, it's like I completely disagree with you. When they're like, "Hi, my name's Steve. I'm the hero of this story." I feel like that's a bunch of load crap.
Bunch of load crap?
Bunch of load crap.
Heard it here first. It's a bunch of load crap.
But no, I disagree with you on that. I think some dubs are actually really good, like Bakugo and My Hero Academia. And I feel like I love hearing the dub for like All Might in My Hero Academia as well, and there's a couple of other shows. Like, I completely disagree with you in the fact that American people, when they're doing like dubs into like anime from like Japan, or just animation from Japan in general, can't emote as well, if not better, than some of the Japanese voice actors.
How much subbed anime have you watched?
I've watched a couple. I've watched One Punch Man, and you're over here just like...
You watched it in subs?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, all right.
One episode, and then I got irritated. I'm sorry, but
it's too much. I don't want to read and watch TV. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but when I watch TV, I'm there just to mindlessly watch a story happen. I want to get absorbed when I have a barrier in front of me, keeping me
language.
Oh God, language barriers. Am I right, boys?
Okay, all right. I can see that. One of the other issues I have with dubs is that when I'm watching an anime and it's subbed, when I'm reading the text and the translation is not as good as it could be. So like, I will win this tournament could be translated as I will be victory or something. My brain can instantly process that to mean what it's supposed to mean. Like, I will be victory. Okay, he's going to win the tournament. Easy. But if the character says I will be victory, then it pulls me out.
Do you really think the translators would let lines like that get through?
Yes, because I've seen it. I've seen the subs and heard some dubs where the translation is a little botched. And it just...
That just comes down to the translating team.
Well, okay, translating languages is hard. But, like, I don't know. It's easier for me to adjust the incorrect English... okay, it's easier for me to make the English into a way that I can understand it easier when I'm reading it, because I can still get the feeling of the character from the Japanese, verbiage of it and how they deliver the lines. I can still get the feeling from it, but what it actually means is up to me because I'm reading it. But when I'm watching it, I will be victory. I am Steve because I am best man. It's like, okay, all right.
You can reinterpret that too.
It's harder for me to do it that way, but
but guess what? Not everybody is you.
Well, okay,
roasted.
We established before we started this that this were our personal opinions and everyone else doesn't have to feel the same way. But we are interested in learning how you guys feel. So how do you watch your anime? Do you watch it subbed, or do you watch it dubbed, or do you just learn Japanese so that you don't have to do either? So you could just watch the original Japanese anime and just understand it because you're awesome. Let us know down in the comment sections of wherever you're getting this podcast, if they have comment sections. I don't know yet because we're still figuring it out.
Or comment on our Facebook and Twitter page. Please comment on the Twitter page because we need help.
Our Twitter's a little quiet. Our Facebook is pretty good, but Twitter could use some help. But I think that's all we've got, Matthew. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about before we wrapped up this podcast?
We just want to go ahead and say thank you to our community of listeners. We know not a lot of people have been listening to the podcast, but to the small people that
this is the 5th episode
actually been watching and participating in our quizzes, I'm going to bow down to you right now. Just like, thank you guys so much.
He did that. Like he just like laid on the floor face down and then stood right back up.
I just bowed for you guys. Thank you guys so much because it means a whole lot to us.
It does.
You're the guys are the reason why we push real hard.
Mm-hmm. Well, we make sure we get one of these out every week, which can be hard sometimes when you're
we're gonna do it.
College students working and doing all the stuff that you have to do. But that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. And you guys are awesome. Matthew, you're doing a great job. I think this podcast is going to have a great time. 4 more years.
4 more years. Oh, no, please don't actually. Oh, no.
Oh, the elections are coming up. So that's going to be fun to dance around without talking about politics. But anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching and tune in next time for the next exciting episode of Back from the Grid podcast. See you next time.
Bye.